Howdy, y'all. So on the next episode of Ricky's Big World, we gonna spill all the tea.
That's why I was gonna have it called Ricky's Big Old Back Porch, but I was like, well, people gonna think I got a big old chunky butt.
Back in the pizza world caverns, behind the test ovens, and in reality next to the bathrooms, it's Ricky's Big World.
Ooh, Lord, welcome to another episode of Ricky's Big World. How y'all doing today? What's going on, Roxanne and Jana? Who did my cup?
It's so pretty. It gets better every time. Don't lie.
Y'all see what it says at the top, right? I had to put the black marker on there so you can see from the pink.
Says, I am the most famous. And it's in quotes. I've heard you say it.
Okay, first of all, the original one was I'm famous. I never said that. Then the second one, I'm almost famous. Now for some reason, I'm the most famous. I never said none of that.
I think it's the progression. I think we can see it here.
Well,
Almost famous. I am famous. I'm the most famous.
okay, can we talk about something actually
I think
important
people
today?
can gather their own impression.
Can we talk about something important today?
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
How about the car show?
Yeah.
What'd you
How
think
about
about
that
the
car
car
show? I loved it. I had a lot of
I
fun.
thought the car show was fantastic. Had a great time. No. It wasn't locked when I came in. What time is it? Is it 11?
We are here early today, folks. So
Yeah.
early, we're here before the shop opens.
Somebody tried to come in, and I don't know if it's near 11 o'clock or not. It is 11:10.
Yeah, I feel like the door. Well, we'll figure it out. Somebody will figure it out.
They'll figure it out. So somebody's got to go unlock the door. So it was opened up for me. So
Yeah, well, I mean, we open doors for you. We make cups for you. Put your star up for you. Now people can see the progression from almost famous to most famous. It's fine. Anyways.
car show. So the car show was number one. I could not believe how many people were at this car show. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
How many cars were there total?
Over 100 cars.
I thought I heard Bob say like one. No, what was it?
It was definitely over
20?
120. Yeah, I was going to say it was over 120 for sure. We did have a slight boost in people coming out after about noon, just because people thought it was going to rain at first, and people didn't want to bring out their cars at noon.
Yeah,
So,
people did think it was going to rain at first, and
but then we got
thought
a
it was
huge
gonna-
boost after afternoon.
But the clouds, like way in the distance, I thought, this is gonna rain. But then the radar kept saying, "Nah, it ain't gonna rain. We just joking. You're just joking with you. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, some people were waiting it out, but we ended up having more than 120 cars out there, and
Oh,
great
gorgeous
time.
car. Well, the thing is, though, is that at one point there was a, hey, Becky, you gotta be yelling like that. We hear you. So, Auntie Becky, about loud as mess. I mean, she needs to be on my team, okay? Because she needs to be on the hollering team.
Yeah.
All right. So, the line out the door, we had a booth, Ricky's Big World booth, over here, and then I happened to look over, and all of a sudden I see the line out the door into the parking lot. I went, "You got to be kidding me!" So
It was crazy busy. And believe it or not, like that line, like when we saw it was moving so quick because we were serving pizza by the slice. So we already had the pizzas and slices ready to go. So we were basically just like paying and boxing. And that line continued. Like it would go through real quick and then more people would come up. And that line was just wild.
well, think about it too. Not only they get the pizza, they get the drinks, so they got to come all the way back here, get that drink right there to go back. So that line was excessive.
Yeah.
So, but it went fast.
Yeah. We were trying to get them in and out as fast as possible. We thought pizza by the slice would be the fastest versus pizza people just ordering anything they want off the menu.
Exactly.
But we did have a lot of people order just full pizzas and wings and stuff.
Well, I was looking, it's
busy.
like, y'all need more seating on the outside. Y'all definitely need more sitting.
It'll
seating
be
on the
so
outside.
nice once we open the other shop we're gonna have seating on the outside, and
That's
we'll have
pretty, by the way.
we'll
That's
have
pretty.
twice the amount of space as well. So
Chilla's pretty. It's very pretty.
it is very pretty.
When the baby come up to you, just say it's
It was
pretty.
mid-sentence. I was trying to finish my
I know,
sentence.
but the drawing's pretty, okay, no matter what.
It was pretty. Do you want to show?
Yes,
show
let's show her the circles. Let's show them the circles. Her baby made this, okay?
There you go.
All right, isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. It's real pretty. Actually, it's kind of cool, though.
Could be
So-
like a wallpaper.
So see, look at that wallpaper. No, ain't no wallpaper. That's her executive contract.
No. Perfect.
That is. All right, so yeah, it was crazy, and they have seating outside, but all that was taken. People were sitting on the curb, walking around with a pizza. I'm like, please do not drop that hot pizza on their car, because some of the people had signs out there that said no touchy,
Yeah.
no leaning, no breathing on.
Cars are beautiful.
And exactly, the one that got me was the van that was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Oh yeah, and it bounced.
And it bounced. I didn't get to see it bounce, but and there was another double leg amputee
Yeah,
that was a part of it.
yeah, absolutely.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
it was awesome. Had a lot of fun.
Had a lot of fun. So we had 2 drones or 3 drones out there?
We had
2
two
drones.
Yeah.
So Buddy Jeff, who was actually a part of the event, he sat with me sat with us the entire time, and he had a drone out there. And then I think there was a professional.
Yeah, we hired somebody else to come out and do it. A lot of the footage, so if they go back and look at the video, a lot of that footage is as people are coming. So it's not, you don't quite get the full effect of like the 120 cars that were here earlier. That were here like later in the day, but
Becky!
Yes.
Becky!
What's in there?
Becky!
What?
I know she hear me. I'm gonna reach behind your neck bone and turn your volume down. Come here.
I'm just working at night.
poor Aunt Becky.
No, that's not poor Aunt Becky. Tammy, did you have to deal with that when you were children? Did you have to deal with her when you were children? See,
It's
one's
loud
too
in
loud.
here.
She went deaf now. Did you have to deal with her loud mouth when you were kids? Is that why you deaf?
No, I'm deaf because I can't hear anything beyond those ovens right now.
Is it? Is it? Oh, it's a big difference. Oh, no wonder. Okay. You forgiven, Becky. You forgiven. Do not apologize. Oh, you fine.
She's back there working so hard. We had such a huge order this morning, so they're back there working really, really hard.
I'm really, you know what? I mean, I ain't no dog, but I could hear that 2, 3, 4 miles away. I'm like, it's okay. But I love it.
Yeah, she's
I love
great.
it. She was there that day too, right? Wasn't Aunt Becky?
Yeah, we had the entire family here, the entire staff here. Everybody was doing something.
See, I was doing something. Y'all doing something. We all working together.
Yeah, it was great. And at one point, like, I looked over at Tammy and I go, our entire family is here. Like, everybody was
Was
here.
they getting paid?
Not all of them. No, not all of them. But we had, like, grandparents and great-grandparents and aunts and uncles, and all the kids were here. It was just, like, we were all here, and it was really special.
Was they getting paid?
Not all of them.
You didn't pay the grandmamas?
They were sitting out there with the cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Louis was out there talking about the cars, and
Oh, that man. Of course they were. I mean, it's just. I saw the drone footage
yeah.
that you posted, and watch that. Okay, watch the drone footage because you get the sense of just how many cars were out there, how amazing the event was. Bright, gorgeous, sunny day. Everybody was having a phenomenal time, and you're doing samples of beer.
Yeah, we had samples of voodoo out there so the community could get to know the new product.
Ooh, Ooh, I had some myself, and I wanted some more. Now they were like tiny little cups like that, so they little on the stingy side.
We're gonna do a proper sample on the podcast for sure.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm happy about that, but I forgot which ones I tried. Remember?
You tried Lacto Cooler, and you tried Good Vibes.
Good Vibes. I like Good Vibes a lot.
Lacto Cooler is a sour, so you know.
It was still good.
Yeah.
I just know which one I like better. But the point is, though, that was the sample.
Not enough. We'll get you taken care of. We'll get you taken care of on the podcast. I promise.
You promise?
I promise.
Do you have all of them here?
Did what?
Do you have all of them here?
Right now we still have Good Vibes and Lacto Cooler, but we just got the distribute stuff worked out, so we should be having some of those other ones
There
too.
you go. I like that. Every time she leans in to talk on the thing, she got to lean her neck like that and just making my neck bone hurt. So.
I gotta be around all the cameras that are on you.
You ain't got to whisper. Becky ain't got to whisper. You ain't got to whisper, Becky. If you loud, baby, you loud.
You scared her.
Ain't nobody scared. I'm going to talk to her when she come back over here, though.
Bullied her into
Ain't nobody
being
bullying nobody. Stop that mess. Ain't nobody bullying. Watch this. You watch this. Becky, come here. Lady, do not change your ways. If you loud monkey, you a loud monkey. Okay, that's fine. All right, I love it. I'm just picking on you. All right, she come over there. I don't know if y'all heard that. She come over there and she's like, take the pizzas over there for her. I'm like, Becky, you ain't got to do that. No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't do that. That's not Becky. Becky's a howler monkey. If Becky wants to howl, let her howl. So there it is. All right, car show. Car show. So not only did it take up the parking lot in the front, parking lot to the side, parking lot to the back, parking lot to that side, and the amazing awards.
Oh yeah, the awards were so cool.
It was so inventive because they tied in the whole pizza into it. So talk to them about the awards.
So the awards were on pizza pans.
Pizza pans.
Yeah, which was super cool. Each award had, I wouldn't say each award, but there were different cars on each type of award.
I noticed whose cars were on it too.
Yeah, ours, because it was the first one.
It was Bob's
Galaxy.
It's Bob's, I think 60-something.
Yeah, Galaxy.
Galaxy that was like this iridescent, amazing blue on the outside with a white interior.
Yeah, it's like white and blue.
Yeah, and convertible. It looks like a rolling ocean.
So it was top 30 first, and 10 of the awards that went out had that car on it.
Okay. And then the other car was Tammy's.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Starsky and Hutch's car, but only brown and tan.
Well, hers is black and red.
Black and, yeah, okay, so black and brown.
Red.
Red. It's a color, okay? It's two colors that I'm getting wrong. And that is a beautiful car. So,
And 10 of the awards had that one on it.
but what was the third one?
The third one was my brother's Cougar. So the thing is his Cougar will be gunmetal gray. However, the pizza pans were also gray, so we just changed the color of his car to a red. But it was a red Cougar that was on there, and there were 10 awards for that.
That gunmetal gray that's on that Cougar, which is a 68.
I think
Something
you're
like that.
close. You're in the ball.
Beautiful car. Oh my goodness.
And then best in show was my Uncle Mickey's car, and his is a shoebox, I think.
I didn't see that one.
Well, it wasn't here.
No,
It
I
was
mean
just-
the award. I didn't see. that
Oh
one.
yeah. So,
But what size pizza pans were they?
they were on large.
Large pizza pans. So imagine you getting this large pizza pan that's got this amazing design on it as your award.
And it was so sweet. One of the men who won received a pan that had a cougar on it, and so he switched.
Hold on.
He
Trying to get Becky out my ear.
he switched with somebody else so that he could have Tammy's car on his, because that was his favorite car at the show. And then he had Tammy autograph his award with her car on it, and it was so cute. Yeah, I have a picture and everything. It was really nice.
Tammy signed an autograph. I ain't get to sign no autograph. What Tammy signed an autograph for?
Yeah, Tammy signed his trophy.
Oh, and so are you being able to live with her right now because she got that big forehead?
Oh, she's amazing to live with.
Okay, because you know you saying that you're in your safe zone because you know she gonna watch this. So blink twice if you feel threatened.
I don't need help. I'm not threatened. She does not have a big head, but it was very, very sweet, and I'm glad I got to witness it because I think it was just me, my dad, and her that got to see that moment, and it was very cute.
Pictures?
Yeah, I do have a picture. I should throw it up.
So I don't know. Is it gonna be like on the bottom somewhere? Do I need to do a little acting?
It'll be over your face right now.
I can't see. I can't see. Okay, please don't do that. Swat away like a fly.
All of which I'm gonna do now.
No, please don't do that. Please don't. So yeah, and like I said, I walked around, and what was so cool is I got to be one of the judges, and that was a lot of walking, and we had to stop every now and then.
Well, there's a lot of cars.
A lot of cars, a lot of walking. But there were 3 judges, right?
There were.
Yeah, so 3 separate judges. And we walked around. I didn't know who the other people were. I just happened to see who had a clipboard. I was like, oh, okay, you a judge. You a judge. So we had no judge club and no judging after party and nothing like that. And what I thought about doing, what I should have done was went and got me a pair of roller skates so I could just roll my checker self around.
There you go.
And, accidentally bump into, and that was what I was scared of. I was actually scared of walking by these folks' beautiful cars with my metal legs.
Oh, fair.
Carbon fiber, titanium, prosthetic legs. I was so scared that I was going to walk by and scratch somebody's car. So I made an effort. I was doing the butt boost. All right, so I'd look at a car, but I'd boost my whole body like this, like folded over with my butt hanging out like that. And I look in the car so I making sure that my leg wasn't touching the car. So trying to keep it safe, no scratches.
No, I love that. And I love the perspective because it's not something that everybody else would have to think about. And that's...
I would have to think about that check I'd have to write to have it repainted. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So, if I had to do the butt push, I'll do the butt push. We're good. We're going to make a new dance.
There
Come
you
on
go.
out, do the Ricky butt push. Because, don't scratch the car.
So Ricky.
Don't scratch the car. Do the butt push. Don't scratch the car. But these legs, man, they could do some damage. I have hit, when I used to have my old truck, I would go to walk around to get into the truck, and my leg would hit the bumper. By the time I got rid of it, I didn't realize how many scratches and dings I put in it. My legs were fine, but I tore up that bumper.
That's wild. I would have never thought that would be
It's-
something you'd have to think about.
Yeah, I got to think about it a lot.
Yeah.
You don't want to be walking around hitting little children in the forehead and all this other stuff. And sometimes they got a mind of its own. So, the leg just be walking around. Oh, Lord, there's somebody I don't like. And just throw itself out.
That's crazy.
And then there's some days when I want to take it off and throw it at somebody. So it's okay. I got to pop a bungee cord on it so it'll pop back. So we're good then. All right, car show. We'll get back to it. I was so amazed, too, the organization of it. Because when I went to pull in, I think I made one of your people mad. Because I went to pull in from the back, and I didn't stop to let them know who I was. I just kept on driving. And
He's the most famous. You shouldn't have
Stop.
to tell people.
Can I tell my story? What I'm trying to say is when I just drove through, didn't pay attention, and all of a sudden I see him with his arms open, and I could see his mouth, and he was almost like, what? And I'm like, oh, I got someplace to be, baby. I'm sorry. So I come around and couldn't find a parking spot, and then all of a sudden they was like, well, I said, I'll just park across the other side of the parking lot. Okay, but then they're yelling at me, no, park up front, no. And I'm glad I didn't, because some of the cars decided to park there too.
Wow. Yeah.
So I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So, but fun event. I thought it was going to be a little on the fight, though, because I saw somebody getting irritated with another car on it. Did you see that?
I
It
didn't.
was on the side.
Ooh.
and
Some tea.
this truck pulled in next to this car a little too close.
Ooh.
So it was like that.
And these guys don't play.
No, they don't play.
They
They
don't
they
play.
will whoop your.
I mean, it's a lot of time, blood, sweat, tears, and money that go into these cars. Like,
That's-
they don't play.
The money. It's the money.
Yeah.
And he was about to whoop somebody's money out of their pocket because they pulled up, and all of a sudden he got up out of his lounge chair. Now this dude had to be in his 60s. He gets out of his lounge chair. Yo, you got a little close? Do I need a can opener to get in my car? and the guy looks out his window down at him. He's like, "You talking to me?" He said, "Yeah. You see that? How you gonna get out of this truck? How am I gonna get into the other side?" And the guy said some choice words and moved his truck completely out of the way. Now, you know how the space is like that, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, and when you park in, you try to get as in the middle as you can. This dude was all the way here over the line.
Yeah.
So instead of moving, apologizing, he decides, I ain't gotta do this. So he leaves the entire parking lot. He just drove out and left.
What? I did not see that.
Drove out and left. I was like,
Wow.
that's immature.
A lot of the guys were parking like in between two parking spots, which I think worked out really well for people who had signage and things like that. And it gave people enough room to like walk around, and I think that worked out really well.
That did. So you want to hit the positive instead of that negative story. Okay, I feel what you're doing.
I mean, it's your
yeah,
show. We
that's
can go
all
back
right.
to the negative if you
That-
want,
that's
because
fine.
that tea was piping hot, and I like
It was not. What did you just say?
the tea was piping hot.
Oh, piping hot. Ooh, that's not what I thought you said. But here's the thing. It was positive because old boy decided to just leave and pitch a little fit and everything else.
Somebody else won.
Somebody else.
There you go.
It was a beautiful truck, though. I gotta say, it was real nice. They had some cars that I haven't seen in a while. They had a Pinto.
Did you talk to him?
I did.
Did you hear his story?
Okay,
about
you
his
tell the
daughter?
story.
No, you tell it. You're a storyteller. You're better.
No, I want to hear what you had to say because I forgot.
Oh.
Because he
There-
had two cars out there.
He
and
did. And they both won.
I voted on both of them.
Oh. So he was talking about how I believe his daughter was kind of giving him a hard time for getting a Pinto, which makes sense. I think it's kind of a famous like Ricky. famous. For people who can't see what's happening, he's drinking out of his cup and he's flaunting the most.
No.
famous
I'm
part
simply
of
drinking
it.
out of my cup. I'm simply drinking out of this. It's
Sure,
a
just
lovely cup.
simply.
It's a lovely cup. I'm just simply drinking out of it. That's all I'm doing. Go
But
ahead.
anyways, his daughter couldn't figure out like why he had got this Pinto and like why he was spending so much money on this Pinto. And
Because
he goes,
Pinto's
but
awesome."
won't it be great when it's the only one?
It's what?
He goes, won't it be great when it's the only one at the car show? And he was right. It was the only one, and it was gorgeous. A lot of people don't buy them, and for good reason. It has a negative connotation.
Because Pintos were horrible.
They're
cars.
lemons.
But think about it. It has been in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
They put the mom in one. It was in Starman, way back in the 80s. It was in that movie with I can't remember her name because she went on to be in Indiana Jones. Karen, and so Pintos are great cars, very fuel efficient and everything else, but you just don't see them because they have a bad connotation with the engine and everything else over the
Right.
years. But to see one out in that parking lot in the condition it was in with the hood up and
Yeah, it
that
was
beautiful
great.
engine,
It was beautiful.
yeah, that was nice. And it won an award.
And it won. It was top 30.
Now, what was the other one?
What was his other car?
Yeah, do you remember?
I can't remember.
It was a bigger car. But I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I do remember seeing
Yeah,
it, but I
probably.
was just so interested in the Pinto. Like he knew it was going to be a showstopper, and it was. It really was.
It really, really was. And that was the cleanest Pinto I've ever seen. What I was really hoping to see was a Fiero. Because my auntie used to have one,
Yeah.
a bright red one with a tan interior. I really wanted
and
to
there
see
wasn't
that.
one.
Wasn't one.
That's crazy.
So, but I think there was a motorcycle there, what?
There were two.
There were two.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of newer cars. Like, I know I saw a lot of Mustangs, the newer Mustangs. And
Yeah.
here's what I got to say. I won't say snobbery, but the inclusion factor is when you think of a car show, a lot of times you think about the old, cool 50s, 60s, 70s cars.
Yeah.
Then when you bring in a 2000-something car, you get snubbed.
Well, I think it was kind of the conversation that we had when we discussed the car show a few episodes ago, which was like, it's hard to believe that like 90s, 2000 cars are considered old. And they're in car shows because it just doesn't feel old to me.
No, it don't feel old. I
But
mean,
I mean,
my
you
first
are
car was an
looking-
84.
But
No,
you're looking at
83.
cars-
83 Escort was my first car.
They're like 40 years old now,
That's true.
you know?
That's true, but, I don't care. Now, 80s car, bring an 80s car. But I'm just talking about the 2000 last 20 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's 2024. So you think about the last 20 years, do you really want to see
That's fair.
that?
That's fair, but there are those groups that's their niche, you know?
And that's what I'm saying. That's cool. In fact, what I love about it is all cars were welcome. I'm just saying the owners of the more classic cars, you can really
Oh, yeah,
tell
I'm sure.
they weren't happy to see the newer people
Yeah.
cars there. But what they also need to remember, those are going to be classics one day too.
Oh, yeah. I
Like-
mean, they technically already are.
Stop. You got
I
to
get
stop
it.
that.
I get it.
It's like classic music, like classic rock.
Yeah.
Like our station plays 60s through the 90s, and I don't want to go past the 90s.
Right.
And when I say 90s, I mean I try to stop it at 95.
All right.
So we playing from the Beatles all the way up to Hathaway. And so it's just one of those kind of things that you think about. It's like, well, you should be putting in some 2000s. I'm like, that I don't want to admit that.
Not
That's
yet.
what
Are
it
you
is.
going to wait like another 10 years and then
I don't
add
care if it's
some-
another 50 years. We still gonna play 60s
add some Backstreet
through
Boys?
the 90s. Did you just blaspheme?
I'm just saying.
Lord Jesus, please forgive the ignorant, and please do not smite them with your wrath. Hallelujah. Thank you. Amen. All right. So, I'm protecting you.
What's stuff like hard no?
Hard no for what?
Hard no that you'll play. Anything past 95?
We don't. Okay. I know we were talking about the car show, but I will say that I don't. I highly respect Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Highly respect it, because when she goes into a city with that concert, which I'm so sad to hear about what's going on with her lately, but when she goes into a city with her concert, she boosts the economy so greatly. But on top of that, I found out that her level of charity makes her the most influential chariter on the planet now.
Wow.
Because every tour, every city she goes into, money pours into these charities to help people.
Yeah, right.
So I respect her a lot.
Yeah, it makes
But
a
we
huge
ain't playing her
difference.
music.
You draw the line at
I
Taylor
draw a
Swift.
line at that. I draw the line. I won't play NSYNC. I won't play some of the boy bands. I'm not gonna do it.
Fair.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Some Jewel, Alanis Morissette.
I don't play Jewel. Now we're talking about the morning show on my show.
Yeah.
We do have some Jewel and all that. I don't play that because I need to wake people up.
Fair.
You
Fair.
know, so I'm playing.
I will say there is a difference. I could tell the difference of who is in, and like the music in the morning is way more high energy.
Has to be. It got to
Yeah.
wake you up.
Yeah.
And like Mondays, I don't know why we on this topic. We're talking about the car show.
It's fine.
Okay, we
It's-
can link
we
that
talk
because
about
the
whatever
music
we
that was played. So the music I like to play, like let's say Mondays, I always like to do more disco music. I know it sounds crazy, but like when I do, I love her. Big mouth. Anyway, when I do like a search for music, I put in boogie and dance. And so here I am playing chicks, music, dance, dance, dance. I'm playing Michael Jackson's Dancing Machine, but also playing Boogie Woogie Land and all this other stuff. And I'll do that the entire 6 o'clock hour. Right?
Getting everybody up, just waking them
Getting
up,
everybody up, because that
getting them
kind of
moving,
music
getting
will-
them going.
That's right. It'll draw you up. But then I'm also playing, you know, other things too. Cher's Take Me Home. Olivia Newton-John has some really cool stuff out there. Paul Young has got some great stuff, but also play Def Leppard and you know, I don't do a lot of Metallica because sometimes it's too hard. And because of the fact that we have a lot of people who listen to us in an office, they don't want that hardcore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so you have to give them everything. And but I like to make it fun. Which, by the way, tying into the car show, the music was great. Now I'll say this:
We were right next to it, so we heard every single.
it was loud. Now y'all had one guy that had brought his own music that he's actually doing great with.
Yeah, it was good music.
But then you had another radio station that was there, and the reason why you didn't go with my radio station, our owner sold the car. So we didn't have a vehicle
I know, we were so sad.
to get there. Now I have the placards to put on my car, but it wouldn't look right me driving up for the 60s or 90s radio station in a 2000 something car
Yeah.
and the type of car it is. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't have worked out.
We were glad to have you there doing the podcast, though.
I love the pocket. Now it's the whole reason I was there. I wasn't there part of the radio station, wasn't part of nothing. Like, I was there doing my job as big old Chunky Ricky and Ricky Big World. And which, by the way, I saw the video that you did. I think I was watching live for the what do you call it? The pizza eating contest.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to you through it.
Yeah, that I didn't. Did you talk to me?
I did. I did talk. I talked all about you.
I didn't know that. I was focused on the dude on the right, because the dude on the right. All right, let's talk to them about it real quick.
Okay, so just a reminder, Pizza World has a challenge called the Big World Pizza Challenge, which is why we named our podcast Ricky's Big World. And this pizza is
I thought you
26.
called it Ricky's Big World because I'm fat.
Well, maybe behind your back. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That's why I was gonna have it called Ricky's Big Old Back Porch, but I was like, well, people gonna think I got a big old chunky butt. Now I know the truth.
No.
About as round as a Big World pizza, might as well. Thank you. But go ahead.
Not the real reason, but anyways. It's a 26-inch pizza, which is not unheard of. There's lots of places that do a challenge with a 26-inch pizza. However, what makes ours unique is it is 15 pounds. So it's 5 pounds of sausage and cheese, 5 pounds of
topping.
crust
Okay.
and sauce, 5 pounds of cheese, 5 pounds of whatever topping you pick. You do have to pick one topping.
Here's what I like about it, though. I like how people, they logically are
Oh, they
thinking
go
and trying to
through
think
it.
they can cheat a little bit. And what was the topping?
Red onion or spinach.
No,
You're
I'm talking about the
spinach.
dude.
Oh,
this
they did
time.
mushrooms.
Mushroom. Now think about how light mushrooms is, and then you gonna sit there and have 5 pounds of mushrooms.
So we poured 2 tubs, and like we hand cut our mushroom. We were out of mushrooms after that. We hand cut. They're fresh every day, and
I know this heifer did not throw.
This is a quench,
Who threw that?
Papa.
Papa. Exactly.
yes, sir.
He's over there telling him they're not supposed to tell that I threw that. Thank you. No, thank you for telling. I appreciate that. Never lie. Never lie. Never lie. Never lie. Never omit information that's bad. He threw another crouton at me. Okay, how many episodes we got to have this in?
All of them.
Now I want some
That was
croutons.
not Papa. That was not Papa.
That's not pop. Okay, well, yeah, see, look at that. Thank you.
There you go. It really is a family affair.
No, I'm
here.
distraught now. I got my PTSD from crouton throwing.
But yeah, we did like 2 giant like tubs or buckets of mushrooms on that thing to get to 5 pounds, and we weigh it before the challenge.
Now think about how thick
Oh,
of
it
a
was.
layer that had to have been.
People were watching and they were like, "Oh, it looks dry." And I asked the guys as they were eating it, I go, "Is it dry?" And they go, "Oh no, it's not dry." And I go, "I think it just looks like that because it's a lot of brown mushrooms and brown crust. Like it just."
But you got to go
It was so
through.
thick, the mushrooms.
But you got to go through those layers to cook. So is on
Yeah.
the bottom
No.
of the layer of mushrooms going to be as
No, because the pan that we put it on helps vent
yeah.
the
oh,
heat
okay.
up,
All right.
so the bottom gets.
So
cooked.
they had to eat that. And I was sitting there watching,
They
and the
did.
dude on the right.
Now they only have 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, explain that too.
Yeah, they only have 30 minutes to finish this 26-inch, 15-pound pizza.
15 pounds. But think about this too. But you allowed another person to be with you,
Yes.
but
Two
you have to
people.
eat even the oxygen around the pizza. You have to eat, right?
Sure.
Like if a crumb gets on the table, you got to lick the table.
No.
No.
But
But
not gonna
you're
make
not
you lick
allowed
the
to get up and use the bathroom either.
no.
So I say bring a Gatorade bottle for dudes and a pan.
You're not gonna have time to go to the bathroom. If
Oh,
you
I'll make
have to,
time.
if
I'm-
you
I'll
have to
wear
go to the
Depends.
bathroom during this challenge, you are not winning.
Do what?
If you have to go to the bathroom during the challenge, you're not winning.
No, you can dump and go.
I mean, if you
Hold
can
on
do
a
both
minute.
at the
Hold on.
same
I'll
time,
prove it.
can you? Can you do both at the same time? You can't even talk.
I can too. I can talk.
Try eating.
I got my Depends on.
Try eating 15 pounds of pizza while doing.
See, now I got more room.
It's such a great challenge too, because it's only like $40 to do that challenge, give or take some tax.
But it's $40 if you lose, right?
Yeah, if you lose.
It's free to enter.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay, so it's free to enter unless if you win, because then it's free. But what do you get? You get the pizza's paid for.
Yeah, you get the pizza paid for. You get some medallions, like a.
Oh, those are
Yeah.
You should go get one because those medallions are
I
cool.
don't think I can reach it because it's on top
Are
of
those
the
the
frame.
only ones you get?
Yeah, those are the ones. And then you get a shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and then your picture on the Hall of Fame, which we don't have anybody up there yet.
So what's the shirt say? My fat ass won. Is that
No,
what
it's
it
just a
says?
Pizza World shirt. We should get we've been talking about getting special ones made like when we move.
To the new location.
Yeah, to the new location.
Well, so they have two sections. They got the Wall of Shame, which has a load of people on there because they take your picture,
Oh yeah, we take your picture.
and then they have the Wall of Fame. Ain't nobody on there.
And what you didn't know is those people that you watched the other day, they had done that challenge previously. This was the second time they've done the challenge,
Still didn't.
and they got so much farther. The first time they chose pepperoni, and
that's heavy.
they only ate like maybe 7 or 8 slices. And this time they got so much farther.
Because don't you cut it in squares?
We do. They're in party squares.
So yeah, so it's easier to eat like that. So would I get half this time?
No, maybe about half.
I always vote and root for the skinny one. Now you get some chunky thing like me out there, we can't do it. It's always them little skinny people that doing it. So I was thinking they were gonna do good.
Yeah.
But that dude on the right that was sitting there, he was looking tired after a while.
Yeah.
He was going slow, and in my mind, I'm yelling at the monitor, and I'm going, eat faster, eat faster. The brain doesn't register that you're eating like that for like 20 minutes. So just eat fast. You know, I don't sit there be, and then they're drinking the water. I said, don't drink the water. Do not hydrate.
Oh,
Don't
they
put
were
nothing
drinking
else in it.
a
Don't
ton of
breathe.
water.
I got
Yeah.
competitive.
Yeah, I love watching it. It's so fun, and everybody comes in with their like own strategy of what they're gonna do. But yeah, it was a lot of fun watching it. And that, for people who are wondering or would like to see that video, it should be up on TikTok sometime within the next week.
Okay.
We do them live on TikTok Live and Facebook Live, and then we take some time and we edit it and then we post them
Yeah,
later.
but can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Y'all need some fight song music in the background
I will do
while
that.
it's going.
I'll make sure that there's some fights on.
Either We Are Champions or
That's copyrighted, sir.
okay. If you Google,
I will find
if you
bootleg-
Google,
bootleg "We Are the Champion" type music.
no, if you Google royalty-free music instrumental, it'll
Yeah.
show up.
I'll
I usually royalty-free music a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
But you know, I didn't need the legalese attitude, but I
Very sorry.
got it anyway.
Very sorry.
Every day, every time. So it was really cool to watch, but they didn't win
They didn't.
by a long shot.
But it's still fun to watch.
Well, I love the fact that they're
That wild. Keep going.
For everybody. Everybody who is just listening.
I got plenty of crouton. Thank you for my crouton. Can I have another? But can you give it to me?
Go back to being you.
I'm trying to. I'm here.
I was just seeing if you wanted pizza, if there was enough.
I would love to have something.
Okay, well, apparently there's not enough time. Your show's almost over.
It actually it is. We only got like 3 minutes left. Where were you at? I was busy throwing crouton.
He was busy making a delivery
I
for
think
that
what we need
huge
to
order
do
we were doing.
is have a hat made that's got just crouton sitting on it like that.
We could do that.
No, we're not gonna do that. I'm not
Do you want to hold that longer and I can make it your thumbnail?
do what?
Do you want to hold it there and I'll make it your thumbnail?
Okay, we'll hold it there.
Enjoy your
Now,
crouton.
now
Till
smile.
next time. Was Ricky signing off? Longer.
Perfect. For everybody who cannot see, Ricky is just a statue at this point holding a crouton on his hat.
You sound like you're doing like golf announcing.
I have to. You have to remember there's people who can't see.
He has his
you.
left hand up on his hat. He's holding, well, the excitement of the crowd. He's holding a crouton up against his bill of the hat. The stability of his athletic prowess is just simply amazing. What's going to happen next? Will it fall?
There's crouton residue left on.
No, this is a brand new hat. It can't have no crouton grease on there.
All better.
Okay,
All
now you
better.
got my nose itching. All right, so car show. Getting back to that, music was fantastic. I couldn't really hear the radio station that was brought in because they were kind of like on the other side and they were very
Yeah.
low.
We're
So
gonna reposition things a little bit next year, but I mean, for our first one,
so the radio station that was here, I couldn't really hear a lot of music because they were over there, way over there on the other side, and so I didn't really hear it. But the dude who was doing the music when I first got here, that was great. You could hear it, it's loud and everything. However, we were too close. We were sitting right next to that.
we were so
Okay. So next time, the opposite side of the music.
yes, for sure.
There, how about that? I like that.
Although, for what it is and for how loud that music was, those mics that we had did a very good job.
If you see the video from the last episode, you'll see the mic that I have attached to the bill of my hat,
Yeah,
and it was like almost like a Fraggle from Fraggle Rock
yeah,
with that hair, and it was a cool mic. But I was surprised how much you picked up.
yeah,
Jeff, it's hard to hear him,
yeah.
but he was closer to the music.
We'll have to work on it next year. We weren't anticipating Jeff when we purchased the microphone, so we ended up just kind of like
Can I make a
makeshifting and
statement real
doing the
quick?
best that we could with what we had. But yeah.
We're about to close Pizza World episode, and let me just make this that what she just said. We did not anticipate Jeff coming in, so thank you for saying that. I appreciate that.
At the time we purchased the microphones.
We did not anticipate Jeff at the time of purchase of anything. So, thank you for joining us for this episode of Ricky's Big World. We will leave the front porch light on. All right, goodbye. So, we hit that time pretty good now, didn't we? We hit that real good. I appreciate, flying croutons bombarding me in the forehead and stuff like that. And that was a hard one, too. I don't know what kind of strength he has in them forearms, but he about took my left eye out. So, I wanted to, but, it done flew across the air. Don't look delicious.